Celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Lay's Archery and Guns has everything you need for hunting, fishing, and more. Located west of Coffeyville, 3940 on County Road 1250, Lay's Archery and Guns is open every day but Sunday. Fishing and hunting license also available at Lay's Archery and Guns, as well as a very large selection of guns, bows, and all the accessories that you need. Lay's Archery and Guns is family owned and operated with that personal touch that makes Lay's Archery and Guns the place for guns, bows, scopes, and so much more. Lay's Archery and Guns. Tell them Alamosa sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in, well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
And after the commercial break, we are just about ready for basketball here on 98.1 KUSN as we go ahead and introduce the starting 5 for the Dodge City Conquistadors. Again, they come into this game at 6-9. They hold a second-year head coach. That's Steve Tucker. Assistant coaches Chris Hagan and Noah Kroak as well tonight. Unique Mency, number 10, starting off the starting 5, a 6'4" freshman out of Houston, Texas. Number 20, Mason Sanagar, 6'6" out of Beaumont, Texas. Another one out of Beaumont, Texas is the sophomore, number 21, Kevin Howard. And then number 22, Justice Dixon at 5'11", 165 sophomore out of Evansville, Indiana. And then number 34, Jairus Friels at 6'7", bringing some size out to the court for Dodge City Conquistadors. We'll go ahead now and shift our focus over to our Red Ravens. No doubt about, as we mentioned, we kind of highlighted him in the pregame show. Tevin Brewer, a 5'8" sophomore out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, will be in the starting 5 as well. Number 2, returning from last year, sophomore Casey Benton, 6'3" sophomore out of Clarksville, Arkansas. He's at 185 pounds, so him and Tevin Brewer will most likely be doing most of the responsibility, bringing the basketball up. Number 3, Marvin Johnson coming in at the strong forward position, 6'6" sophomore out of Ardmore, Oklahoma. He makes his way into the starting 5 yet again. He was a lot last season, and he's been there basically all this year. The big man, 6'9", Keon Queen, back of the starting 5. The sophomore out of Hyattsville, Maryland, 6'9" at 210 pounds. He will bring some good size down low, as will, Mikkel Murray. So one heck of a starting 5 that we've got here for you is number 25, Mikkel Murray, getting in there as well. Murray, a 6'6" freshman out of the Bronx, New York. I'll tell you what, through that first half of the season, he was impressive off of the bench. He played in a starting position role a couple of times, and he played very, very well. So I'm not trying to see away Mikkel Murray out there in that starting five as well. So again, your starting five: Tevin Brewer, Casey Benton, Marvin Johnson, Keon Queen, and Mikkel Murray. It is the 7th-ranked Coffeyville Red Ravens back on the hardwood tonight. The first time back here at J. Herkelman Court in 2019 through 2018. They were 8-0 here on this home court. See if they can continue that today. It'll be number 21, Kevin Howard, at 6'8" for the Conquistadors against a 6'9" Keon Queen to take the tip tonight here again in Coffeyville. Game number 1 win to the ladies. Can we complete the sweep of Dodge City? We'll find out coming up. 20 minutes on the board. There it is. The tip goes to Keon Queen. He gets it back to Tevin Brewer, and he'll set up the offense. Brewer, he's guarded very closely. Good man-to-man defense here to start. So get it over to Marvin Johnson. Now back to Brewer. Kicks it to Benton as they just swing it beyond. Now they try to go to the low block to Keon Queen. Queen muscles his way into the rim, and he finds 2 points. 2-0. And Keon Queen, that's impressive right there. If we can see that for the rest of the game, this is going to be a blowout in here real quick. Full court press put on, and Mikkel Murray steps in front of a pretty good pass. And he actually avoids an easy 2 points there. So a nice job defensively by Murray to tip it out of bounds. Though it will stay with Dodge City. So they'll throw it in from their own baseline. That's Mency. Mency looking for an open man. He's got nowhere to go, so he kicks it all the way out near half court. That's Dixon's now on the dribble. Dixon right back to Mency. Mency wants a 3. That's no good. Fighting for the rebound. Beautiful passing down low. Mency gets it right back to his man on the low block, and that was Friels for the 2 points. 2-2 is our score as we find ourselves 45 seconds through that first half. Again, right on him is Dixon. Dixon not giving Tevin Brewer even an inch. Has to get it over to Johnson. Now back to Benton as he's up on top. Benton will drive. Left hand off the glass, up and in. And a great job taking advantage of these lanes that are forming out there. And that 2-1-2 full court press back in action. Dodge City struggling to get it up over half. They do. That's Dixon, but it's taken away. Mikkel Murray up to Johnson. Johnson slams it home. And Marvin Johnson, he had an open man for a shot, but instead takes it to the house. And it is 6-2. Full court press again, taken away. Coffeyville comes up with it, though Dodge City gets it right back. Tevin Brewer has just been in everybody's face. Dodge City puts the shot up, draws the foul, and will be heading to the free throw line. So kind of a scattered play there. A forced turnover, and then Dodge City did a great job getting it right back. They come down, draw the foul, and that'll be Jairus Friels heading to the free throw line. Big man, 6'7" out of Evansville, Indiana, as he will be heading to the free throw line for 2 shots now. This team, Dodge City, again, very similar to Coffeyville from the free strike, 68% from the free throw line, though the first one does not fall for Friels. He's a 75% free throw shooter, so he's a little bit better than the team average. So missed the first one. Here's the second. It's up. It is good. 6-3 is our score. 1:30 have passed, and now Dodge City trying a full court press here, though Tevin Brewer breaks it up easily now. Fast break down to Keon Queen. Baseline jumper from 10 feet out. That's no good. And off of the miss, here comes Dodge City again on the fast break. This is a very fast-paced basketball game to start off. Down by 3. Here's Dixon. Dixon and the Conquistadors set up the offense. They try to go to the low block to Friels. Friels got nowhere to go. He's guarded by Queen. Now he kicks it back out to his point guard for 3. That's no good off the hands of Mency. Coming away with it is Queen, but it's taken out of Queen's hands by Dixon, and Dodge City gets it right back. Back to Mency, down low to the big man, and it's denied. Mikkel Murray, nothing but ball, but it's taken away from Casey Benton. And another missed layup, up and in, and the foul. Friels knocks that one down and then goes up and in. And at this point, you could probably hear some barking from the sideline. It was a lack of getting back on defense. Obviously, you don't bank on your player giving the ball up after a turnover, but you still got to get back on defense. That gave Friels a wide open shot. A foul was drawn too. And there it is. The three-point play has been finished. 6-6 is our score after that, and a foul drawn there by Tevin Brewer on the far sideline. That's, again, Justice Dixon on the foul call on that far side. That's his first personal foul. That's the team's first as well against Dodge City. So we'll have Casey Benton toss it into Tevin Brewer now, and Brewer will bring it up, and he'll just toss it over to Benton. Benton now to Johnson. They break that full court press. Johnson back to Benton. He wants a 3 from way downtown. That's no good. That was a brick. That bounced out everywhere, though Keon Queen comes away with a rebound, and he slams it home. That's what size will do for you down on that low block. The 6'9" man coming away with a rebound and the second chance points. 2-1-2 full court press put on. Dodge City struggling this time up. He's stuck in a double team, though they do get it up over half. Now they stop at the three-point line. Mency, turnaround jumper from the elbow with a hand in his face. Impressive shot. Mency ties the game up at 8. Nice shot there from Dodge City, and early on we are seeing that, yes, they can score the basketball, and they're playing pretty good defense here against Coffeyville. Now to Johnson in the corner, off the hands of Benton. Johnson to Queen. Queen drives in, off the glass, no good. And they're going to say that one was a goaltending call against Mikkel Murray. So Mikkel Murray will give that one right back to Dodge City, and the game stays tied up at 8. 16:59 to go here in the first half of play, and Dodge City's number 21, Kevin Howard, to throw it into Dixon. So they will lay off the full court press. Brewer just waiting for Dixon right at the half-court line. Dixon now brings it up, standing at the center circle, and he kicks it off to his left. That's Howard with the basketball. Howard now, he'll hand it off. That's number 11, Haley, with the basketball. Back over to Friels. Friels to Dixon. Dixon will drive, pull-up jumper from the elbow. Clown shot almost, as he had 5 hands in his face. Coming away with an offensive rebound, though, is Dodge City. And one heck of a defensive battle down low. Keon Queen avoids any sort of layup, but again, another second-chance opportunity, as Dodge City will hang on to it. 29 on the shot clock, so basically a free 30 seconds there. Dixon gets the inbounds. Now he looks into the corner. He goes. A lot of steps by Senegar there, but he goes up and in. Maybe a missed travel call, but still 2 points counts as it does. 10-8. Dodge City takes their first lead. Tevin Brewer gets it to Keon Queen. Now back to Brewer on the left side baseline. Brewer fancy dribbling. The reverse up and in, and Tevin Brewer did a little back door, and the reverse layup behind a couple of guys ties this game back up at 10. Nice speed there from Tevin Brewer. And a full court man-to-man press. That one results in a turnover. Nicely done. Tevin Brewer adding the added pressure. Bad pass by Dodge City. Results in that one going out of bounds, and Coffeyville will get it right back. So in that pregame show, again, we definitely knew that Dodge City can score the basketball. They average just about what Coffeyville does per game. It's just a matter of Coffeyville keeping them off the board. Tevin Brewer now to Casey Benton. Back to Brewer, thought about a deep three. Now he gets it to Benton for a deep three, and Casey Benton knocks his first one down from distance. They're 1 of 2 now from the deep ball. Tevin Brewer missed his first try. Benton knocks it down, makes it look easy. Coffeyville gets it right back. 13-10 after the made shot there. Dixon will get it up. Now he gets it to Mency. Mency drives, right hand, up over Mikkel Murray. That shot's no good, and coming away with the rebound is Queen. Queen now to Brewer. Brewer to Murray. Murray up off the glass, no good, and a missed opportunity on the layup. On the finger roll there, instead of hitting it off the glass, try to just make it in the hoop. And here comes Dodge City now in response in transition. That's no good either. Quick shots, quick misses, and here's a quick transition. Kicks it out to Benton. Nice little shot fake there. Benton pulls into the elbow. That's no good. Trying to get his own rebound, though, is Keon Queen, and he does. Great job by Queen. He drives now. That one's denied. Queen's dunk attempt is denied by Howard. And here comes Dodge City. They look to tie the game with a 3. That's Mency from deep. No good. Dixon comes away with a rebound, but Casey Benton trying to get it away, but Dodge City will get it right back. Mency back to Dixon. Dixon in that far corner. Now he drives to the right side baseline. Kicks it out. Back to Mency for 3, and he ties the ball game up. 13-13. And it looks like we will have that full 5-man shift coming out here in just a few short moments. Tevin Brewer will bring it up with the left-hand dribble. Now he gets it off to Marvin Johnson. Johnson's guarded very closely, but he drives, baseline, tried to get it high off the glass. That's no good. And on his own rebound attempt, he tips it out of bounds, and Coffeyville gives it back to Dodge City. So a 5-man shift. That means we see a fresh 5 legs out on the court after a full 5.5 minutes have passed through this first quarter. That 5 scored 13, gave up 13. So it's a scratch ball game. Here is the 5 on the floor right now. We have got Quan Marshall, a sophomore. Number 5 is also out there with Kenny Stewart. The big men down low, that's where you'll find Anthony Jones as well as number 24, A.J. Webster. And then Manny Crump out there as well. That's your 5 on the floor right now for the Red Ravens. Bringing it up here for Dodge City is Mency. He's guarded very closely by Marshall. Great defense there. No penetration allowed, but he passes it off to his big man, and Howard goes up high off the glass. Nothing you could really do about that. Almost an undefendable play. He had 2 hands in his face. He went high off the glass and still made the basket. 15-13. Impressive shot there. Gives Dodge City the lead back. Here's Marshall. Marshall now. He gets it on over to 10. 10 drives. High off the glass. No good. Not getting the hometown roll. Anthony Jones on the miss. Gives it back to Dodge City. Here's Friels now. He drives. Floater from 5 feet. That's no good, and a whistle comes from the far end, and I believe it was a rebounding infraction. And it was. So too much physicality down low by Dodge City results in Coffeyville getting it right back. I know they will take it. As right now, Dodge City just running them. They are running very quickly, and I think that Coffeyville just needs to catch up. Once they get onto the same tempo of this game, Coffeyville kind of not necessarily playing in a half court, but more of a moderate tempo into this game. Dodge City, they were playing with their pedal to the metal. And Coffeyville just trying to keep up. Down by 2, 15-13. Here's Quan Marshall. Marshall kicks it over to Stanley. He drives. Nice little pass down low to Webster, and that's going to be a foul. And I believe they're going to say it's on Webster down low. So the foul, physicality, will result in another turnover. And you've got to watch those numbers here. Almost a full 10 minutes through this quarter, and Dodge City with the momentum, and right now, the control of this game. Driving now, gets past the defense, makes them look silly as the speed again to the basket. Trey Hill just running by this defense right now. Quan Marshall now in response. He'll bring it up. Jones on that far side. From beyond the 3, Jones now drives with the right-hand dribble. Gets it to Webster. Webster pull-up jumper. That's a deep 2 from about 25 feet, and Webster knocks it down. Takes it back to a 2-point game, 17-15. There's that full-court press back put on. And again, Dodge City just runs by everybody. And I think they're going to say that foul is going to be on Manny Crump. It is. So Manny Crump with the arm bar down low. That results in a foul. Third team foul. First against Crump. And here is Mency to throw it in from the baseline for the Conquistadors. They do get it in. Quick shot by Burns from 3. And Mike Burns makes it a 20-15 game. So no doubt can they shoot the basketball. We knew that coming into it. But Coffeyville struggling to keep up. Here's Kenny Stewart. Stewart will bring it up. He hands it off now to Marshall. Marshall on the right-hand dribble. Kicks it over to Jones. Jones down low to Crump, but it's taken away. Taken away from behind him. Here comes DC3, and Stanley comes in and called for the foul. And they're going to say Stanley got in on the reach there. That will be their 4th team foul. I believe Stanley's first here on this afternoon, or Stewart's first, excuse me. So we will have the toss in play from the sideline right in front of us here on this near side. Dodge City, they'll get that one in, and they'll go back up on top. That's number 12, Trey Hill, with the basketball. He's guarded very closely by Stewart. Trey Hill now drives with the left hand, kicks it into the corner. They want another 3 with Burns, and he knocks it down. Mike Burns way too open in this corner. And another 3. We've got an 8-point lead, Dodge City Community College, 23-15 with 12 to go here in the first half. Marshall over to Crump, now to Stewart. Stewart back up on top to Jones. No penetration allowed. Jones now will drive. He tries to get to that low block. No foul allowed either. And Howard, great defensive play, and this one's just going to be thrown over everybody's head. So Dodge City on a bad full-court pass will give it back to Coffeyville Community College, but some frustration is building here on this sideline, and you can feel it. Instead of a full 5-man shift, he just brings a couple of players back out, including Marvin Johnson back out onto the floor, and Tevin Brewer making his way back in. So Quan Marshall over to Tevin Brewer. Again, they're almost running a half-court tempo right now, very slow, methodical as they get up the court, and then Dodge City the complete opposite. They are running over Coffeyville right now with their speed. Marvin Johnson, he'll drive, gets it down low to Webster, and there's the foul they've been looking for. And Webster draws a foul. That one was from behind him as well, as that one will show up with a couple of free throws here at the line. Again, 68% from the free throw line as a team. Now Webster individually is a little bit different with that as well. Webster on the year shooting a little bit worse than that. Or excuse me, a little bit better than that at 75%. His first shot goes up, and he knocks it down. Howard comes out, but they put in another big man. That's Petrakis, rather, a 6'9" freshman out of Wichita. So Dodge City has got quite the size advantage. Coffeyville normally a team that relies on the shot. And it looks like we will have a line infraction, I believe, and it is. It looks to be a free throw line infraction by Dodge City. So they came over the line a little bit too early there, and a missed basket gives Webster a second chance opportunity. Excuse me, as Webster again at the free throw line, his second one up, and knocks it down. So he is able to tack in on the lane infraction there. That makes it now just a 6-point lead. 23-17 is our score, and here comes Dodge City. Again, very hassled by that full court press. Johnson tried to get away with a steal. That one tips off of Dodge City, though, and goes out of bounds. And that hits off of Menzies' foot last. And again, that full court press is the bread and butter for Coffeyville. And if a team can kind of break that full court press, which Dodge City was in that first 10 minutes, man, they were just kind of scratching their heads there. But with Marvin Johnson and Tevin Brewer back on the court, we'll see if they continue to go with the full court press. Brewer on the inbounds, kicks it to Johnson. Johnson wants a three. That's no good. That missed everything. And here comes Dodge City. Dodge City after the miss. They get it to Trey Hill. Hill now spins around, gets it back out. That's 23. Burns wants another one, and Mike Burns, his third three-pointer here in the last 5 minutes. You have got to get somebody on him. Tevin Brewer will now bring it up. Brewer over to Manny Crump. Crump will hand it off to Johnson. Johnson now drives. Right hand into the paint. He goes. That one is going to be called a foul, I believe, on number 15. And it is. Number 15 on the other side, Lawrence Bryant called for the foul. So a nice job there by Johnson to draw the foul. And it looks like Marvin will be heading to the free throw line for a couple of more shots as well. So maybe this is the way to get yourself back into it, forcing turnovers and then coming down and drawing the foul. Again, a team that is almost 50% from the field right now is struggling to find any points. Wants his first one, and he knocks it down. Marvin Johnson makes that one look easy. He's a 70% free throw shooter, which is right around the team average. Knocked his first one down, made it a 5-point game, 18-26. Dodge City in control of this one. Second one up, Marvin Johnson knocks that one down as well. So back to a 5-point lead, and that full court press put on. Dodge City now trying to go back up the middle with it. They do. That's Bryant trying to break the full court press, but he's pushed into a double team. Bryant gets it over to Mency. Mency now to Hill. Hill's got no place to go with it, and that one's going to be tipped away by Marshall. Great defense down low by Quan Marshall, and Tevin Brewer gets the basketball back. Brewer now in transition, 3-on-2, Dodge City, but he draws the foul, and he goes up, almost made the basket. I would have come out of my chair if he made that one, no doubt. It was a clown shot. Happy to even hit the backboard, but Tevin Brewer almost made that one a three-point opportunity. Instead, an obvious foul, so he'll be heading to the free throw line for two. Tevin Brewer, the best free throw shooter on this team, well into the 90 percentile. First one up, knocks it down. And back to a 6-point game. 26-20. Tevin Brewer now trying to make it back to a 4-point as Dodge City wants a couple of fresh legs out there on the court. I believe substituting 2, maybe 3 players out there, including Dixon. So Dixon, the point guard, back on the floor, as well as Mincy. Now waiting for the basketball to back to the officials. Now to Brewer. So Brewer does his routine. The right-hander waits on the shot, trying to make it 2 of 2, and he does just that. Nothing but net there. 26-21 after the made free throw. Full court press put on here. Tevin Brewer right on Mency. That 2-1-2, trying to push Dixon to a double team, but Dixon to Mency, now up to Howard, and they break that full court press pretty easily. Howard's in trouble on that far side, guarded very closely by Marshall. Good defense, give and go, and Marshall with a size disadvantage, I should say. A little give and go off to Howard, and that is just too much easy points right there. Howard again at 6'8". Quan Marshall is just 6'2". So all they had to do is just throw it a little bit above Marshall's reach, and he was able to get to the basketball. Johnson now brought it down, draws the foul on this other end. As Marvin Johnson again just did a little 1-2 step, draws the foul. And it looks like we will have a couple of substitutions making their way out for Coffeyville, and a timeout taken on the other end as well by the second-year coach Steve Tucker for Dodge City Conquistadors. We'll take a 30-second timeout ourselves. Dodge City right now in control, 28-21 over our Coffeyville Community College. In fact, actually, that's the media timeout. We find ourselves halfway through, so we'll take a full 60 seconds. We'll be back here in 60 seconds on 98.1 KUSN.
Your time starts now.
Well, I guess we'll stay here. Big surprise that we're having technical difficulties today, as we appreciate you guys bearing with us as, again, just trying to get us through here at this point. But obvious frustration through the first 10 minutes of this game for Coffeyville Community College. Not only are they struggling to score the basketball, which is very odd for them. They average about 90 points per game, but they're giving up quite a bit as well. Dodge City almost at 30 points through the first 10 minutes of this game. Coffeyville doesn't, on average, give up more than 62 points a game. And Dodge City is well on their way. In fact, they are halfway there right now to that point. So Coffeyville needs to do a better job defending. They're giving up way too many easy points, way too many transition points as well. Fast break. It has just been a fast-paced kind of basketball game up to this point. And Coffeyville Community College has not been able to keep up with the speed of Dodge City, and that's kind of been their downfall. That full-court press that Coffeyville usually makes a lot of messes with, Dodge City has handled that pretty easily today. So after the foul, we'll have it inbounds. After the media timeout, Tevin Brewer will get it into Keon Queen. Back to Brewer and the point guard to reset the offense. Down low to Murray. Murray up and in, and a nice play designed results in 2 quick points. And that's what you want right there, quick points. 28-23 after the made basket. Dixon gets it on over to his man, Senegar. Senegar now brings it back up to Dixon. Dixon at that center circle. He's got nowhere to go, guarded very closely by Brewer. Now he drives. Dixon inside the paint, but he leaves a man wide open. That's Howard for 3. No good. And Dixon somehow comes away with the rebound. One of the smallest guys on the floor comes away with it. And Murray gets that one off of the missed shot. So a couple of missed opportunities for Dodge City, but Coffeyville will take it. Casey Benton, coast to coast, up and in on the finger roll. From inside the paint results in another 2 points. 28-25. 9:05 to go here in this first half. Dixon, nice passing here. Up to Mency now to Dodge City, and that one's tipped away by Keon Queen. And a good tip there by Keon Queen, because that would have resulted in an easy 2 points from Friels again. Again, this full court press right now is being taken advantage of by the speed of Dodge City. Maybe do they shy that off later in this half into the second half? I'm not sure. But right now, the speed of Dodge City is really proving to be a tough one for Coffeyville. They find Mency right in front of us. He wants a 3. That's no good. Missed everything. Another defensive rebound. And they're going to say that, I believe Murray called with a foul. And they're going to say it's on Keon Queen. That's questionable. That looked like all ball. Keon Queen went up, did a great job defensively there. That will send Friels back to the free throw line. But that play would not have started if it wasn't for the offensive rebound. Friels puts that one up and makes it now a 29-25 game. So once again, too many second chance opportunities, and Dodge City has taken advantage of those opportunities. Friels at the line. Second one up. That one's knocked down. 2 of 2 that time. Puts it back up by 5. 30-25. Full court press put on here by the Conquistadors. Tevin Brewer breaks it up pretty easily. Now he finds a wide open man in the corner for 3. That's Johnson, and Johnson can't hit that basket. Again, struggling from the floor today. Quick shot, the shot clock gives it right back to DC3. And that one goes into the hands, stolen away. Casey Benton comes away with it. Full court pass down to Johnson. Johnson has to recover, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. No, they're going to say he was pushed out of bounds. So a shove against number 21 of Dodge City. That's Kevin Howard called with the foul right there. Nicely job by Marvin Johnson, staying composed. Composed enough to even almost get a shot off there. But he was shoved out of bounds, and he'll be heading back to the free throw line. So, again, maybe this is the way to kind of dive back into this one, struggling shooting from the floor. And yet they have yet to miss one from there. So he goes from the free throw line and knocks down his first is Marvin Johnson. That puts Dodge City up to 17 fouls. Coffeyville sits at 5. Second one up, and he knocks it down. So he makes both of them there from Marvin Johnson, and that full court press back and in action, and a quick pass up to Dixon, and they break that full court press pretty easily. Dixon back up on top. He finds Haley. Haley now to Howard. The big man has nowhere to go. Haley wants a 3. That's no good. And another offensive rebound for Dodge City. They come away with the basketball once again. They go down low to Howard. Howard's got the size advantage. And it looks like a foul on the floor against Tevin Brewer. And they are going to say that. But again, just Tevin Brewer, 5'8". Kevin Howard, 6'8". That is not the kind of matchup that you want down low on that low block. You got to get somebody else down low to guard him. Either way, the foul will result in a toss in here for the baseline here for Dodge City. They get it into Dixon. Dixon to set up the offense. Little 2-3 zone look now here for Coffeyville. They get it down low to Howard, down to Friels, and they're going to say no shot. 3 seconds in the paint by Friels, and they give it right back up. Nicely done to force Friels to hang around in that paint for too long. Though a full court press put on by Dodge City. Looks like the official needs to tie his shoe. He'll finish that up, and here we are. Back for basketball. Murray gets it into Brewer. Brewer guarded, not even a foot away from Dixon here. As Dixon now just allowing him to get up over half court. Nice defense by Dodge City, disallowing any points or momentum to be gained. Marvin Johnson wants a 3. That's no good. Would have tied this ball game up. That missed shot gives it right back to Dodge City. Friels off the rebound, gets it to Dixon. He takes it coast to coast. No good. Off of the missed layup. 2-on-2 opportunity. Here's Brewer. He runs fast. Down to Johnson. Up and in. And a great job there by Tevin Brewer, not necessarily to take it by himself, but to unselfishly get it off to Marvin Johnson. And they find 2 points, 30-29. What a battle it has been here in this first half. Howard will bring it up now for Dodge City. They got him a lot of room. A little floater down low to Friels. They try to get it to the big man, and that's going to tip off of Friels and go out of bounds. Finally, they've got Keon Queen on him down there, somebody that can match up with him. Friels is 6'7", Queen 6'9". That's more of a matchup that you want to see down on that low block. So after the tip ball went out of bounds off of Dodge City, Mikel Murray will inbound it. He finds Casey Benton, and Benton is guarded very closely by Haley. Very strict man-to-man defense here to start off this game for Dodge City. Murray now to Brewer. Brewer wants a three in the lead. No good, and they're going to say a foul down low. I'm not sure exactly who that one is coming on, and it is on Friels. So Friels called with a defensive rebounding foul. I believe too much contact down low, and because Coffeyville is in the bonus, they will be heading to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And now Keon Queen kind of in conversations with the official, and good thing that he has stopped that conversation, no doubt about. So Queen at the line for a 1-and-1. First one up, that's no good. And the game remains a 1-point lead in favor of Dodge City. You've got to knock down these open shots here. They have struggled with it. 6:50 to go in the first half. Coffeyville down by 1. 30-29. Here's Dixon. He's guarded very closely by Tevin Brewer, right on the Jay Herkelman sign here. They're moving from right to left in their all-black road uniforms. They get it to Howard. Howard back up on top to Dixon. Dixon from beyond the three. He's forced into a double team, has to get rid of it. Gets it on over to Senegar. Senegar drives, and it's denied. Mikel Murray with another block. Beautifully done, and Murray gets it off to Brewer. Brewer now brings it in transition to Marshall. Wants a three, and he knocks it down. Coffeyville back up on top. Did a little pump fake there, had some more separation, and Quan Marshall thought about it twice, maybe even a third time, and then took that shot. That's how much space he had. He knocks it down. 32-30 is our score. Coffeyville back up on top. Looks like Coach Tucker wants a full timeout on the other side. We will take a 60-second break ourselves. 32-30, Coffeyville back up on top.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products that big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Well, out of the Dodge City timeout, Coffeyville has regained the lead. 32-30 is our score here. We've got 6:15 to go in the first half. It has been a rocky one, to say that one in the least. Defensive, back and forth it has been. It's been a fast-paced basketball game. I don't know if Coffeyville was ready for how quickly Dodge City is running this basketball right now, but hopefully after the timeout and 15 minutes through this ball game, Coffeyville can kind of get used to what Dodge City brings offensively. And we'll see. After getting the lead back, Dodge City has not scored a point here in about 3 or 4 minutes. So good defense put on by Quan Marshall here as he's guarded very closely down low. Gets it down low to Howard. Now back out to Mency. Mency wants a three out of the timeout. That's no good, but another offensive rebound. And I believe that one's going to be a foul over on Tevin Brewer. So Brewer just tried to force his way into a rebound right there, and instead he gets charged with another foul, and that will move Coffeyville into the bonus as well. So Dodge City will be heading to the free throw line, I believe, for a 1-and-1, as we will see. But again, I'm not exactly sure where the rest of his teammates are. Tevin Brewer trying to do as much of the rebounding as he can, and he is, again, 5'8", and you expect him to get those rebounds. You got to get somebody else on the low block as the first one is made. 32-31 after the first made free throw, up by Senegar. The righty puts it up, and no good. So Coffeyville will hang on to it. Mikkel Murray comes away with a rebound. That's what you'd like to see. Again, Mikkel Murray with some good size, 6'6". Those are the ones you want on that low block getting that rebound. Murray now in Benton, and Tevin Brewer will just swing it around the three-point line. Benton's got it. He's guarded very closely by Howard. Now he kicks it to that left corner to Marshall. Marshall pulls up a three with a hand in his face. That's no good. And Keon Queen goes up and just rips down that rebound. And on his way down, he was fouled on his way down. They're going to say that one coming against Unique Mency. So Mency just got right underneath Keon Queen. Almost resulted in quite the circus act. Almost a flip or two. But instead, Keon Queen landed and got his footing underneath him. And actually will be heading to the free throw line for, I believe, what is a 1-and-1. So that is the 19th foul by Dodge City, so they're one away from the double bonus. 5:33 to go here in the first half. Keon Queen back at the strike. 1 of 2 tonight for number 15. First one up, and he knocks that one down. Nothing but net there from the big man. Keon Queen, not your best free throw shooter on the year, 56%. That's a little bit lower than the team average, but a player that spends so much time down low, physicality, and drawing fouls. You'd like to see him maybe bump that number up a little bit, and he does it here with 2 of 2 that time. Moves to 3 of 4 on the night. Moves his team up by 3. 34-31 with 5:30 to go here in the first half of basketball. Dixon will bring it back up now for Dodge City. Dodge City trying to get it down low to that low block. Doesn't work. Instead, they got to shift it back out to Mency. Mency guarded closely by Marshall. No separation allowed. Nicely done. Now Burns will drive. That one goes in and going to get called for the travel. Great defense down low as Burris again was really burning Coffeyville. He knocked down his first 3-point shots of that half. Made him look silly almost. So here's the inbounds by Coffeyville after a great defensive stop there. Quan Marshall will bring it up with the left hand. Up over center he goes now to Murray. Murray straight at center circle. Kicks it left to Anthony Jones. Jones back to Benton. They just swing it around. Down low to Murray now on that left low block. Murray almost a Kareem skyhook. Beautiful shot. And Mikkel Murray puts it up and in. 36-31. And if he can knock those down, that is going to be impressive. It is called the Kareem skyhook for a reason. Kareem was so good at him. And yet he is one of the best players in NBA history due to the fact that he could score as prolifically down low in the paint. Now Anthony Jones called with the foul there. And that will be his first personal foul. Dodge City just trying to bring it up over center. And since we are in the bonus, we will find Mency at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. That's the 8th team foul against Coffeyville. First shot up and is in. He knocks down the first end of the 1-and-1. Back out on the floor there. Here for Dodge City is number 12, Trey Hill, making his way back in. So made the first one. Mency back up at the free throw line, does his routine, and the right-handed shot will put up the second one. That one's no good, straight off the front of the iron. And Jones comes away with the rebound. Jones will pass it out to Marshall, and Marshall now with the left-hand dribble, brings it up, kicks it left over to Benton in that corner. Now back up on top to Jones. Jones forced into a double team almost immediately, back to Marshall. Marshall goes back to Jones now. Jones tried to go down low to Queen. Queen kicks it back out, firing it around to Benton for 3. That one's no good. Wrapped around the rim about 3 or 4 different times and just not getting the hometown roll. I'll tell you what, if those baskets start to be made, Coffeyville could run away with this one. As much as Dodge City has been able to score, they have gone on a cold streak these last few minutes. I think that timeout, as well as the immediate timeout, really kind of kicked it into gear. Though, look at this, Mency on the fadeaway for Dodge City with a hand in his face, and that's a 3-point shot. They are going to give it to him. It looked like his foot was very, very close to it, but Mency, knocks down the 3, 36-35. With 3:50 to go here in the first half. Looks to Casey Benton. Benton drives. Baseline on the reverse. Up and in. And a great move there by the sophomore point guard. Great pass as well by Quan Marshall, recognizing where he was going with it. Puts it back up by 3, 38-35. As this basketball is brought up, they throw it into the corner to Burns. Burns thought about a 3. Instead, he wants Mency again. Mency has another 3. Just like that, we're tied up 38-38, and this Dodge City team has come to shoot tonight. Casey Benton up and in. He hangs in the air, but the miss is tipped in by Keon Queen. Nice tip in by number 15. Gives him back a 2-point lead. Full court press put on here by CCC. It's broken up pretty easily. That's Hill now with the basketball. Trey Hill will drive with the right hand. He's guarded closely by Jones. Kicks it out to Howard now. Howard with the left hand. Little fadeaway. Draws the foul. Up and almost got a 3-point play, but Howard will be heading to the free throw line for a pair. So off of the miss there, I believe Casey Benton called with a personal foul. That will be the 9th team foul, his second personal foul. And again, without the made basket, that will send Howard to the free throw line, I believe, for a guaranteed 2 shots due to the foul coming on the shot there. First one up is knocked down. Makes it back to a 1-point lead. 40-39 is our score. Howard, throughout the year this year, is a 67% free throw shooter, which is right on par with his team's average. We got DeMontez McGarry out there in place of number 23, Mike Burns. So substituting some size for some more size out there. Dodge City has got a handful of players over 6'6", even a couple over 6'8". As the second free throw is up and in, and we got a tie ball game back at 40. 2:55 to go in the first half. That half-court 2-2-1 press is broken up pretty easily, though the pass almost taken away there. Jones will recover it. Coffeyville now resets the offense. They kick it out to Johnson. Johnson up top. His pass is stolen away. And Trey Hill will bring it up. Euro step. That's no good. Marvin Johnson now a full-court pass down to Jones. Jones wants a quick three. Knocks it down. And Anthony Jones puts the Red Ravens up by 3. 2:30 to go in this half. Again, just a quick, fast-paced ball game. They are running with the basketball here. Howard now. He's pressured into a double team. Barely gets it away for Dodge City. Now gets it over to Hill. Hill will drive with the right hand. Dishes it off to his man McGarry. McGarry gets fouled down low. And it looks like McGarry heading to the free throw line for a guaranteed 2 shots. That's Keon Queen's next foul. And for the first time that we have seen here on this hard court, it looks like we will have, I believe, Kimani Dunham coming into this game time. Again, for the first time on this hardwood. Suffered with an injury all through the beginning half of this season as the lefty McGarry puts his first shot up. That one's no good. And in fact, it is. So Kimani Dunham makes his way out onto the floor. How about that? Number 32, a 6'8" freshman out of Brunswick, Georgia. Not only that, he's 250. Great size, great strength down on that low block. We'll see if he can get them some rebounding. So Keon Queen to the sideline as he finds himself just a little bit in foul trouble, and Dunham back out there. Missed both free throws there is McGarry, and here comes CCC now in transition. That's Marshall. Kicks it out to Jones. Jones drives now. Left-hand baseline. His pass kicked it out to Johnson up on top. Johnson wants to go back down low to Dunham. Dunham's got no place to go with it. Kicks it back out to Jones. Jones pull-up jumper from 20 feet. That's no good. And the deep 2-pointer results in Dodge City getting it right back off of the rebound. Here comes Howard. Howard for the Conquistadors. He goes down low. Baseline. Jumper from from Lawrence Bryant. That's no good. Bryant off the miss. Johnson gets the rebound and a nice pass to Crump, and he slams it home, and he misses the slam. And Manny Crump, that would have been a backboard shattering. He did get fouled on his way to the hoop. But that would have been a huge dunk right there. He missed it. Hit right off of the back of the iron and shot out. That will be the 10th team foul against Dodge City. So either way, we've got 2 guaranteed shots here due to the double bonus. So here's Manny Crump trying to make it a 5-point lead. First one up is no good, so now he's just trying to make it a 4-point lead with this next one. Manny Crump on the year is a 75% free throw shooter, so kind of an odd miss there from the big man, number 23. Back to the free throw line he goes. His second one from the strike. He does his routine, kind of slows things down. Now the right-handed shot goes up, and he knocks it down. 44-40. After the made free throw with 91 seconds here in the first half. Dodge City gets the inbounds. That's Dixon on the inbounds. He brings it up, tries to get it up over center, struggling to get it there. And Marshall tried to get the takeaway. Almost did just that individually, but instead it tips off of his hands and just rolls out of bounds, just out of his reach. So Dodge City hangs on to it, but not until they wasted 10 seconds off that shot clock. 20 on the shot clock. $1:20 to go here in the first half, and Mency to throw it in for Dodge City. Mency looking for Dixon. Dixon's guarded very closely by Marshall, and here he comes with a left-hand dribble. Right in front of us to Mency, and Mency couldn't handle that pass, and it goes in between his legs and out of bounds. So Dodge City gives it right back up to Coffeyville. Manny Crump passes it into the far sideline to Anthony Jones. Jones now with the left-hand dribble. He'll bring it up. He's guarded closely by Mency. From left to right dribble, now kicks it to Crump. Crump wants a 3. Manny Crump from the distance. That's no good. You definitely like to see him knock down shots out there, but as a team, just struggling from everywhere on the floor. It might be time to generate some points from inside the paint instead of trying to rely on those shots. 50 seconds to go. Here's Howard. He drives, draws the foul, and Howard will head back to the free throw line for Dodge City. And that one coming against Kamani Dunham. So Dunham with his first foul, or I believe Manny Crump. It's 23, not 32, so I misread the officials there. So Manny Crump's second personal foul. And that will send Kevin Howard, the 6'8" sophomore, back to the free throw line for a couple. The right-handed shot puts his first up, and he can't make it. Off the back of the iron there, that one misses out. Dodge City, who started off the first 11 minutes of this game with 32 points. And in the last 8 minutes, they've scored 8. And not even 9. So it is 44-40 after both missed free throws there. They give it right back up here to Coffeyville. Here's Jones in transition. Jones now back up on top to Marshall to set up the offense. Marshall to Johnson. Johnson now drives into the paint. He goes right hand off the glass, draws the foul, and Marvin Johnson back to the free throw line. Impressive job there by Johnson. He has done this all game long, and if anything, trying to get that hot hand on the floor, again, I've stated this many times, might start right here from the free throw line. So just keep getting there, Marvin Johnson, and those shots around the rest of the floor will start falling. Johnson's first shot up, that one's no good. So he goes, I believe that's his second miss. Now he is 3 of 5 from the free throw line tonight is Marvin Johnson. Right around the team average at a 68% free throw shooter. This one's up and knocks it down. So 4 of 6 on the night. He goes 1 of 2 this trip. Puts him back up by 5 with 30 seconds to go. About 3 seconds differentiates the score clock and the game clock, the game clock and the shot clock. Gets it over to Howard on the baseline. Howard back up on top to Mency. Mency wants a 3. That one is no good. Rattled around the rim a couple of times. And Jones comes away with the rebound. He's going to slow things down, and smartly so, as that will probably be the last drive here of this first half. 8 seconds on the game clock, hoping for at least an open shot here. Quan Marshall kicks it out, finds Johnson. Johnson now with 2 seconds as the buzzer goes. That's no good. 45-40 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take an extended step aside when we come back. We've got lots to discuss, lots of areas to work on here for Coffeyville Community College. And it's an area that you wouldn't think, a team that shoots so well from the floor. And, oh, man, they are just not hitting shots tonight. Though, fortunately, they do hold a 5-point lead, 45-40 after some impressive defense in that second half of the first half there, I should say. So the second 10 minutes of the first half, just an impressive, stout defensive matchup. They gave up 32 points in the first 11 minutes. They gave up 8 points in the last 9. So it's 45-40. Coffeyville's got some areas of improvement. We will talk about that as well as give you a full lowdown on those statistics when we come back here on 98.1 KUSN. So we got an extended break, about 5-6 minutes. Again, when we come back, halftime report here on 98.1.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens. Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Lay's Archery and Guns has everything you need for hunting, fishing, and more. Located west of Coffeyville, 3940 on County Road 1250, Lay's Archery and Guns is open every day but Sunday. Fishing and hunting license also available at Lay's Archery and Guns, as well as a very large selection of guns, bows, and all the accessories that you need. Lay's Archery and Guns is family-owned and operated with that personal touch that makes Lay's Archery and Guns the place for guns, bows, scopes, and so much more. Lay's Archery and Guns. Tell them Alamosa sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in, well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face-to-face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products that big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you'd find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens. Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes or even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Lay's Archery and Guns has everything you need for hunting, fishing, and more. Located west of Coffeyville, 3940 on County Road 1250, Lay's Archery and Guns is open every day but Sunday. Fishing and hunting license also available at Lay's Archery and Guns, as well as a very large selection of guns, bows, and all the accessories that you need. Lay's Archery and Guns is family-owned and operated with that personal touch that makes Lay's Archery and Guns the place for guns, bows, scopes, and so much more. Lay's Archery and Guns. Tell them Alamosa sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in, well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face to face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
And we find ourselves here in halftime at J. Herkelman Court at Nellis Hall. I'm Sam Speck, happy to bring you more CCC basketball. The ladies got the win earlier in today, 55-49, as they started off this doubleheader against Dodge City on the right note. The first 20 minutes of the men's game, man, what a roller coaster that was to watch, no doubt about. As again, you'd think going 3-0 on the road for the first couple of games through 2019. Being back at, winning their 3 of their last 4 games. Obviously, that loss against Seward Community College back before we went to winter break was a tough one to take. But winners of the last 3 games, they did it with charge as well. And then this is their first game back here on J. Herkelman Court in 2019. Obviously played back in 2018. But again, first home game that we have seen back here in the new year. I thought they would come out with a sense of urgency, with a sense of energy. And it was actually Dodge City that came out. Dodge City came out running and gunning, lots of speed. I'll tell you what, the transitions, normally that full court press is a bread and butter aspect to Coffeyville's defense. And Dodge City was breaking the press very easily. They were going down, finding open shots, and more importantly, they were easy shots. It's not like these were tough shots that they were getting a high percentage out of. These were very easy shots down low in the low bank, the low block, right on the baseline. Maybe at the elbow, something like that. So Dodge City came out and started surprising everybody. With that, it kind of started to get them on a run. And once you start to get on a run, you can start to hit down some shots. They knocked down a few three-point shots just consecutively, one after the next. In fact, one of their players, Burns, knocked down 3. That was Mike Burns, just consecutive three-point shots, one after the next. And in fact, Dodge City led by as many as 9 points. They were up by a score of 26-17 at one point in that first quarter. And Coffeyville, through the first 10 minutes, they gave up close to 30 points. 30 points in 10 minutes is not the kind of urgency and the type of energy that I was expecting Coffeyville to have through the first 20 minutes of this game. But I'll tell you what, a timeout, immediate timeout, and a timeout by Coach Herkelman really has turned around not necessarily their ability to shoot the basketball. They're still shooting a little bit below average today from the floor. But their ability to defend, I think, has really stepped it up here in these last couple of minutes, and even more so on the scoreboard. Only 8 points is what Dodge City was able to muster out of Coffeyville in that final 9 minutes of the first half. So again, the first 11, they put up 30 on them. And in the last 8 minutes of that game, or 9 minutes of that first half, they only scored 8 more points. So if Coffeyville can continue on with the momentum that they gained defensively, the shots will begin to fall. And I think that's another place that we can kind of go into as well. They're just not getting the hometown role that they are. Again, when it comes to shots, you make some, you miss some. And there was a lot of open shots that you would have liked to see fall for Coffeyville, but at the same time, it's not a 100% kind of thing. What you can do 100% of the time is play good, physical, solid defense, and that's something that they struggled with in that first half. So here in the second half, as they continue to play that defense that they did in that final 5 minutes, those shots will start to hit. Those shots will start to fall, and I think we'll start to see Coffeyville kind of gain some separation here. But the first couple of minutes are going to be very, very important for both of these teams. As we saw, again, back in that first half, Dodge City came out running and gunning. They were playing as far away from a half-court paced basketball game as you could get. I mean, they were throwing the ball full court. They were trying to get as least amount of passes as possible before they could get it to the basket. I mean, it was an impressive display of fast-paced basketball is what Dodge City was running. So if Coffeyville can avoid Dodge City from getting on any sort of run in those first 3-4 minutes and kind of wear down Dodge City, I think Coffeyville might be able to walk away with this one. They're up by 5. And again, this game is a lot closer than the way I'm making it sound right now. It's just kind of the way that Coffeyville was heading into halftime. They didn't even seem like they were tired. Dodge City seemed like they put almost every ounce of effort to put themselves within striking distance here in that first half. So, again, if Coffeyville starts to make their shots here in this second half and continue to play the very physical defensive play that they did in the final 5 minutes of that first half, I think Coffeyville will be able to walk away with this one pretty easily. But, again, these first 5 minutes are really going to determine how stressful or how easy that this second half may be for Coffeyville. So they need to come out, put some points on the board, and more importantly, they need to keep Dodge City from breaking that full court press and coming down and getting easy baskets. So there's your keys to the second half. We'll go ahead and look at those first half statistics as of this point. A couple of players for Dodge City really making noise, including Unique Mency and Jairus Fields. In fact, they have 20 of their 40 points. That's half of their production from Unique Mency. And Jairus Fields also out there with 9 points. Mike Burns, as I had mentioned, he's good from 3. He hasn't really been a threat from anywhere else, but you've got to keep an eye on him from beyond the three-point line. Now for Coffeyville, they've spread it out pretty well. Keon Queen, he's got 8 points, a couple at 9 points, including Casey Benton and Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson doing his best, keeping his team into this one just by getting to the foul line. He was 5 of 6 from the foul line. Again, not their best, but not their worst first half. 44% from the floor. They struggled 25% from three-point land, and they shot 80% as a team from the free throw line, rather. 40% in both from the field goal and the three-point line for Dodge City in that first half, and then an abysmal 8 of 17 from the free throw line for Dodge City. So Coffeyville, again, you got to take advantage of the areas that Dodge City struggles with, which is obviously the free throws and fast-paced basketball as well. So give them a little bit of their taste of their own medicine, no doubt about. Coffeyville, again, those shots will start to hit tonight. They've had many open opportunities. Those shots will start to hit. And if they don't and Dodge City starts to run, hey, we might have a very stressful and a very back-and-forth second half here. But, again, the potential is there if Coffeyville can just kind of make a couple of shots here, important shots, and then disallow Dodge City to get on any sort of run. That's what happened in that first half. Man, oh, man, Dodge City was just in complete control of the momentum through the first 5-10 minutes of the ball game. So let's get ready for basketball here. Second half on 98.1 KUSN. So again, we'd like to thank all of our great sponsors for helping us out with today's broadcast. Of course, Coffeyville Community College, Gillham's Retail Liquor and Lay's Archery and Guns, Community State Bank, Simple Simon's Pizza, the David W. Barnes Funeral Home, Windsor Place Nursing and Acme Foundry, and Four State Maintenance and Sleep Inn and Suites. All right, well, let's get ready for basketball. Keon Queen and Tevin Brewer got the tip in the first half. Dodge City will get it back right here. Dodge City, again, kind of looking like an alternate version of a Lakers jersey. They've got purple and yellow, but it's all black. An all-black road uniform with the yellow accent and the purple numbers and lettering on there. They're moving from left to right here in the second half. Coffeyville in their all-white home uniforms with the bolded Ravens on the front and the red numbers as Howard will drive, but guarded very closely by Murray. Nice strength down low by Murray, not giving an inch, but Friels somehow gets the rebound. Another missed chance, and Brewer will come away with the rebound. Brewer now in the fast break. Nice pass to Queen, up and in, and Keon Queen with the slam. You got to appreciate the vision that Tevin Brewer brought right there. He saw Keon Queen flying in from the sideline. That was a player I didn't even recognize available to shoot, and it turns out to be an easy 2 points, 47-40. Here's Dixon driving, trying to draw the foul. He does not, but he goes up and makes the shot. How did that ball fall? 47-42 after a nice layup there. Johnson now gets a full court pass. He goes up, tries to get his own layup. That's no good. Murray, though, on the offensive rebound and the tip back. So Coffeyville doing a good job here getting their own rebounds and, more importantly, knocking down these shots. 49-42. Trying to break that full court press is Howard. He gets it to Dixon, and they do break the press. Dixon now to Mency. Mency, the leading scorer, wants a three, and he banks it in. 49-45. After the bank shot there, it counts just the same, so Mency up to 15 points. Brewer looks to the corner to Johnson, and Tevin Brewer's passes over everybody. To Marvin Johnson, he's 6'6". He ain't that tall. That pass gets away from him. 49-45. With 18:35 to go, Dodge City gets it right back after the turnover. So Dixon now will bring it up for Dodge City. He sets up the offense, dribbling it with the left hand. He stands at the center circle, guarded closely by Brewer. He's got no place to go. Great defense down low. Now Mency trying to get some separation, but Benton is right on him. Instead, they'll go to 20 down low on the block. That one's no good off his right hand. And the miss put up there again by Mason Senegar gives it right back to CCC. Benton now in transition, takes it coast to coast, draws the foul. And Casey Benton giving Dodge City a little bit of their own medicine. Again, just running and gunning, using his speed. Coffeyville is a team that likes to come down, maybe make 1 to 2, maybe even 3 good passes, and then find an open shooter. And they're having to change it up a little bit here and give Dodge City a little bit taste of their own medicine. And the first one up by Casey Benton is knocked down. Puts it back up by 5. 50-45 is the score. Good news for Coffeyville. Mike Burns, number 23, who's done so well from beyond the three-point line tonight. That's his 3rd personal foul. So he moves himself to the bench here, and here's that full-court press put on by Coffeyville. The inbounds. Howard finds Dixon. Still just trying to get it over half here is Dodge City. Nice 2-1-2 put up here by the Ravens so far, and Dixon's finally going to get it up over half. Fancy dribbling gets him past Brewer, but Brewer right back on top of him. Dixon now trying to use that screen to his advantage. Little step back there. That one's no good. Kicks it out to Mency for 3. Mency knocks it down with a hand in his face. And I'll tell you what, Unique Mency is just coming out to play here in this second half. Another knockdown three-point shot. 51-48. Coffeyville with a slim lead. Here's Mikkel Murray passing it now to Benton. Benton back up on top to his point guard, Brewer. Brewer from way outside, from about 40 feet. That's no good. Try to get a deep shot to fall, and instead gives it right back to Dodge City. Here's Mency to the corner. It goes to Burns. That one's no good, or excuse me, that's Senegar. And Senegar on the miss. Now in full court transition, Marvin Johnson up and in. Easy layup there for Johnson. Great vision again by Tevin Brewer. And very quickly, here comes Dodge City. Again, already in the paint is Senegar. He goes, draws the foul, and Senegar to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Wasting no time. I'm telling you, they are getting down the court within a matter of seconds here. So they continue to play this fast-paced basketball. Senegar will head to the free throw line. He's got a pair. The right-handed shot puts that one up, and he knocks down his first shot there, and it goes as quiet as could be in here. You'd like to see some energy in the building. So now waiting on his second free throw is Senegar. Once again, he's a 66% free throw shooter. It's silent in here. I mean, the energy has gone away. Senegar puts that one up and in, and Tevin Brewer will get the inbounds. Normally, it's silent when the home team shoots a free throw, not the away team. You'd like to see energy both in the student section as well as the season ticket holders behind us here. So Coffeyville now in response. They still hold a three-point lead. They swing it from beyond the 3 with Benton. Benton drives. Floater in the paint. He goes. No good. Queen with a great offensive rebound. And Keon Queen makes that an easy 2 points. Full court pass down low. Johnson steps in front of it. Murray gets the takeaway. Murray now to Brewer. Now to Benton. Benton kicks it out to back to Tevin Brewer. He drives to the left hand. To the baseline he goes. Now kicks it out to Johnson. Nice dish over to Benton. Little jump fake now to Johnson. Another jump fake. Great separation defense. But Johnson goes up and in and knocks down the 2. Tell you what, Coffeyville had 3 different opportunities to maybe take a good three-point shot. But again, the closing time that Dodge City has on an open player to getting over there defending. Great job so far by the Conquistadors, avoiding any three-point shots to be put up without contest. As Dixon comes down, missed his first shot, but Frills goes up and gets his own rebound. Another offensive rebound and another 2 points given up off those second chance. You've got Marvin Johnson, Mikkel Murray, and Keon Queen out there. Got some good size, great pass to Murray, up and in off the reverse, and the offense starting to come alive here. That's at least some good news as they go up now by 7, 59-52, 15:35 to go in the ball game. That full court press put on here. Tevin Brewer putting on some pressure. Now they get it up to Mency. Mency will drive, try to get it down to Friels, and Friels tips off his hands and goes out of bounds. Great job from Coffeyville there. Again, they're just kind of playing from behind Dodge City. They're having to catch up with these players at almost every ounce of this game. And here in this second half, they're doing a good job trying to finally getting some separation on the scoreboard. Brewer will get the pass from Keon Queen. He resets the offense. Now to Johnson. Johnson down low to Queen on this near block. He drives right hand, and it comes out of his hands. That one just slipped out of his hands right there, missed it, and in transition, that's Dixon up and in, and Dixon knocks down the 2 points, makes it 59-54. Keon Queen did not get back on defense there due to the fact he was arguing the foul call. Keon Queen now gets the pass down low, up and in, and he redeems himself. Nicely done there by the big 1-5, and he puts him back up by 7, 61-54. Full court press back on, though Dixon and Howard break it up pretty easily. Now over to Senegar. Senegar will drive. He now turns around in the paint. He goes. That's just too easy. Forces his way in past Mikel Murray. And that's an easy 2 point, 61-56. Thank goodness the offense is coming alive because the defense right now still taken advantage of by Dodge City. Johnson now back up to Benton. They swing it around the three-point line to the far side. Now back to Benton. Benton wants a three. That's up. That's no good. Trying to get his own rebound there was Keon Queen. He tips it out to Johnson, so the possession does stay with Coffeyville. Back up on top to Benton. Benton's got nowhere to go, so he kicks it out now to Murray. The reverse up and in, and Mikel Murray on the layup there. 63-56 is our score. Full court press once again. 2-1-2 put on, and they break it up the middle with Dixon. Dixon, though, he's forced into a double team. He might be in trouble. He's got no place to go, and he's going to call a timeout. And a smart play there by the sophomore. It looks like Dixon called the timeout for Dodge City. I believe a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll take one ourselves. Coffeyville up by 7, 63-56. In fact, they're going to take a full 60 seconds. We'll take a minute ourselves. Back in a minute on 98.1 KUSN.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
And welcome back. Out of the timeout, Coffeyville still leads by 7. It's 63-56 here on 98.1 KUSN. Happy to have you with us for another edition of Red Raven basketball all through the 2018-2019 season. As Coffeyville currently winners of 3 of their last 4. Undefeated here at home, and they've got quite the tough one today. Dodge City come into this game at 6-9. Over on the western side of the Jayhawk Conference, and I'll tell you what, they are playing much better than their 6-9 record shows. Coffeyville doing anything they can offensively right now, and I think that's probably the only light side of it, is they've played strong defense to finish the first half. Now that defense has kind of gone by the wayside, and thankfully the offense picked up, and they've got themselves kind of some separation now. 63-56 is the call, and instead of a dribbling infraction, they're going to call it a foul on Quan Marshall. Looked like a carry from about a half a mile away, but they're going to call it a foul on Quan Marshall. And now Mency to throw it in from that sideline. Far sideline, waiting for the team to progress. He'll get it in now to Trey Hill. Hill's guarded very closely by Brewer. Brewer's not giving him an inch. Now he's looking for that screen. Down low, it's Hill, and Hill has that one stripped out of his hands. Nicely done there by Tevin Brewer. Stays in control, whips it out to Quan Marshall. Thought about a three-point shot. Instead, hangs on to it in the corner, and now Marshall waits for the offense to progress. Back up on top to Brewer. Brewer be on the three-point line on that right side. Now dives in towards the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Jones. Jones back into the paint. He goes. Floater from 10 feet, and Anthony Jones. That right there is automatic for him. You got to get him the basketball a little bit more often. And now here we go is a more intensive 2-1-2 full court press put on here by Coffeyville, trying to react against their ability to break the press. And Dodge City still breaks it up pretty easily. Trey Hill will bring it up now over center. The right-hand dribbler, covered very closely by Brewer. The turnaround jumper with Brewer in his face, and he still makes the basket. That's impressive. Still 7-point separation. Here's Tevin Brewer now. Brewer to Marshall. Marshall tried to go down low to Manny Crump, and a nice job down low defensively. Brewer. Marshall now to Jones. Jones drives. Left hand into the paint. He goes high off the glass, and Anthony Jones looking good from 5 feet, 67-58. is our score. 9 points separates them. This now ties for the largest lead of the night, which was by Dodge City back in that first half. 12:15 to go in the ball game. You can kind of tell both of these teams getting a little tired. It's just that affects Dodge City more, who's a team that is specifically running a gun. They get it down to Friels on that low block. Friels, double team now. He's in trouble. He has to get it out. Gets it out to Mency. Mency for three, and the foul. But that will be Mency heading to the free throw line. He did not make the three, but Quan Marshall called with the foul on the three. That's a guy that has been trouble for Coffeyville all night long. So it's kind of a toss-up with that foul right there. You love that you put a hand in Mency's face, but obviously with a three-point shot there, you want to be careful with those fouls. The first one up is good, as he's got a guaranteed 2 more shots coming up here in just one moment, instead of just one more. So here's Mency from the line. That one's up and in. And he makes that one look easy. Again, speaking of both sides of the western and eastern side of these KJCAA standings as of right now, Dodge City down close to the bottom, just like Northwest Kansas Technical College and Pratt. Second one is up and no good, actually. So the missed free throw there. But Dodge City down close to the bottom parts of this conference. And yet today they are playing very impressively against one of the better teams in the country, not just the conference. So here's the Red Ravens now in response. Brewer wants a floater from 5 feet, and he teardropped that over everybody. Tevin Brewer, a 5'8" man, had to go over guys that were 6'7", and he did just that. And that full court press is broken up once again. Full court press broken up, and now it looks like Trey Hill to reset the offense here for Dodge City. They will. They get it back out to Burns. Burns wants a three, and that guy just cannot stop hitting these three-point shots. Burns with his fourth three-point shot. That one from about 45 feet, and he makes it back to a 6-point game. 69-63 to Marshall. Marshall thought about a three. Great separation, but he gets it to Brewer for an open three. That's no good. And another missed opportunity. Man, oh man, a team that shoots so well from three-point land, Coffeyville, struggling today from beyond the arc, but after the rebound, that one tips off off of Dodge City's hands and goes out of bounds. So the Conquistadors will give it right back to the Ravens. Not only that, but a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock as well. Looking for an opening. They get it to Crump, and Crump is fouled, but a great defensive play. Looked like quite a bit of ball there. Mike Burns gets called with the foul over the back, though, and that will send Manny Crump to the free throw line. I believe Burns now at 4 fouls. So a player who is dynamite from three-point land, he might not be out there for very much longer. They do have a couple of guys. That's the subs table. It kind of seems like where we're heading here, as Manny Crump can't make his first free throw. And that is, so Burns on his way out. Howard back in there. Howard part of that starting 5. Kevin Howard, the 6'8" sophomore out of Beaumont, Texas. Back out on the floor. After the first missed free throw from Manny Crump, he's back at the strike. The right-hander now slows things down, does his routine, and the second one up, and he knocks that one down. 70-63 is our score. Coffeyville, this is what they average giving up points per game, so unless they keep Dodge City scoreless, Dodge City has outscored the average points per game given up by the Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens. Stolen away there by Benton, and Benton gets fouled after he takes the basketball away. So a great job by Casey Benton to disrupt the defense, deflect the basketball away, get it, and then again draw the foul there. So that will result in Trey Hill heading to the sideline due to a foul there. I believe that puts him just at his first. So Hill back to the sidelines. Nice pass down to the low block to Manny Crump. Crump's got nowhere to go with it, so he kicks it back out to Jones. Jones to Quan Marshall for three. Knocks it down. There it is. A team that has been struggling from three-point land. Quan Marshall hits the first one here in the second half. 73-63, back to a 10-point lead. Dodge City, again, trying to get past that full court press. Dixon picks up that dribble. Still not over half court. There it is. 10 seconds it took. And that is what that full court press is supposed to do. It hasn't done it all night. For the first time tonight, it called for a turnover. And now the head coach, Steve Tucker, wants a timeout on the other end. We'll take one ourselves here on 98.1 KUSN. Coffeyville up by 10. We'll take a 60-second step aside. 10:24 to go, 73-63. Coffeyville up here on 98.1.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products that big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you'd find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior staff and services. Ask about special AARP and military discounts. Coffeyville Sleep-In and Suites, a proud supporter of the Red Ravens.
Well, out of the full timeout, Coffeyville with the basketball and a 10-point lead here with 10:20 to go in the ball game. Casey Benton gets the pass now down to Webster. Back out to Quan Marshall as he kicks it down low to Manny Crump. Beautiful play set up, and Manny Crump knocks down a 15-footer from the right side of the baseline. So nice job. Casey Benton, Quan Marshall, Anthony Jones, Manny Crump, and A.J. Webster are your 5 on the floor right now for Coffeyville. Speaking of Manny Crump, he takes the ball away once again. Steps in front of Howard's pass and gets the steal. Now in transition, here's Coffeyville. Jones kicks it out to Benton. Benton wants a 3. Knocks it down, and Casey Benton from deep. And he makes this one now a 78-63 game. Looks like we had a timeout on the floor. Full timeout on the floor taken by Dodge City once again. We'll take a 60-second timeout ourselves. Coffeyville starting to score, starting to separate themselves. 78-63 here on 98.1 KUSN.
Helping you move forward. That's what Coffeyville Community College does. Whether you want to increase your ability to advance at work, learning to earn a 2-year, or just want to expand your horizons, Coffeyville Community College can help. And CCC is flexible, offering a traditional college setting. Fast 8-week classes for even online classes. CCC can meet your needs your way. Call CCC at 620-251-7700 or visit them online at coffeyville.edu. We are Coffeyville Community College.
A celebration is in order every time CCC comes to play, and you can trust Gillum Liquor to back it up with an endless cooler filled with your favorite pick of ice-cold beer, or choose something from the vast wine selection to help you relax and wind down after an exhilarating CCC game. Whatever your pleasure, Gillum Liquor is always in for the win. Gillum Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
And out of the timeout, Coffeyville 78, Dodge City 63. A topsy-turvy first half. A odd beginning to the second half, and finally Coffeyville starting to look like that great shooting, physical, fast team that we're used to. And again, through that first half, it's not like they, it's not like they were playing bad basketball. They were just missing shots, which is against the norm for the Red Ravens. And then obviously they gave up 30 points within the first 10 minutes of the game, so a little flat-footed defensively. But now they hold a pretty commanding lead. 78-63. Howard tried to go down low with the basketball. Instead, that one tips off him and goes out of bounds. So great job by Manny Crump not to draw the foul, as it looks to be, as now we're waiting, I believe, on a media timeout. So the officials now will take a moment aside, and we'll take one ourselves. We'll just take a quick 30-second timeout here. It is 78-63. So Coffeyville with a commanding lead here with 9:33 to go. But hey, Dodge City, again, they can score quickly and they can score efficiently, just like they did back in that first quarter, or back in that first half. If they can do anything similar to that, then we may be looking at a ball game here. Though Coffeyville very, very close to turning this one into kind of just riding out a victory. here in these last 9.5 minutes or so. It's really going to have to do with these next couple of pushes up the floor. Does Dodge City come out of this timeout aggressive? Do they come out scoring? Do they come out running like they were in that first half? Or do they come out with a little bit of fatigue like we have been seeing? This fatigue is setting in, and that older veteran presence as well as these big guys for Coffeyville Community College, they're just getting started, it looks like. So the fatigue is staying with Dodge City instead of Coffeyville. So I'll tell you what, it's kind of looking like Coffeyville may be able to run away with this one. But it comes down to playing a little bit of defense here. And, like I said, comes up to these next couple of minutes here on 98.1 KUSN. This is going to be a very, very important next few moments. More importantly for Dodge City, though, as the Conquistadors will come out of this media timeout. We'll take a peek at the five that they do have out there on the floor. Jairus Friels. They've also got Kevin Howard. They've got Unique Mency, the leading scorer on the floor, as well as Justice Dixon out there once again, and then Mason Senegard. So they're starting five back on the floor here for Dodge City, and they want a full-court man-to-man press put on. They're going to put Mency right on Quan Marshall, and Marshall will bring it up methodically, slowly up over the half-court line. Now he finds Jones. Jones right in front of us, back up on top to Crump. Crump to that right corner, now to Quan Marshall. Swings it around the three-point line to Webster. Webster now to Benton. Benton gets a screen from Webster, and he kicks it to the corner. Back over to Jones. Jones wants a three with a hand in his face. That's no good. Trying to get the rebound. Who will they say that one went off of? And they're going to say it went off of Webster there. Close call. It was either Dixon or Webster. Both players went after it pretty hard there, as Keon Queen will check his way back into this game. A.J. Webster back to the sidelines. Webster tonight has got himself a couple of made baskets, but struggled defensively, and I think that was a big reason as to why they really changed the almost format of that full-court 2-2-1 press that they have. Really struggled to stop the big men down low, and a pass from Howard goes over Friel's head and out of bounds. And again, very quickly, we're starting to see that Dodge City's fatigue is setting in a little bit more than their energy, so Coffeyville hopefully can run away with this one. They're up by 15 right now. The inbounds gets it into Marshall. Marshall's guarded closely by Mency. He does get it up over the center circle. Now looks right back to the center part to Casey Benton. He hands it off now to Jones. Jones back to Marshall. Kicks it into the near corner to Benton. Down low to Queen. Queen on this near block. Nice turnaround. The reverse up, no good. And Keon Queen on the miss was looking for a foul. Here's Dixon now in transition. Dixon will bring the basketball up with his left hand. He's guarded closely by Quan Marshall. Great defense there. No penetration allowed. Gets the screen, though, from Howard and some separation. Thought about taking the shot. Instead, hands it to Senegar. Senegar will drive, and that one is just ripped out of his hands by Quan Marshall. Jump ball is called, and I believe possession arrow is in favor of Dodge City. No, it's with Coffeyville. So beautiful job by Quan Marshall. Just, I mean, as literally as I could describe that, went in and ripped it out of his hands. Great job by Marshall. Inbounds from Manny Crump, finds Casey Benton. Benton is guarded closely by Dixon. We get it up over center circle in that four-court man-to-man. Now Benton will drive. Tried to do does it by himself. Draws the foul on the way to the hoop. I think that foul came well before the shot even came. And again, it will be, I believe, a baseline throw-in here. The whistle came in well before the shot went off, and then the rebounded shot and second shot came from a different player. So now I'm kind of confused as to what's happening here with the players. I think they're going to say that that the foul was not initiated, and then the rebound was a score. So now we're waiting on the officials to figure this one out. So basically what happened here is Casey Benton came down. What I thought was a whistle for the initial foul was blown. Casey Benton missed his first shot. The rebound by Manny Crump, he put up, that went in, and that's what they're counting. So they're saying that there was no foul there at all, disregarding the whistle. Maybe it was a shoe streak. I'm not exactly what it was, but again, some confusion on the floor. Finds Burns now for Dodge City, and man, he is dynamite. His fifth three-pointer tonight. Mike Burns is just killing it from beyond the three-point line tonight. Oh my goodness, they cannot stop him. That puts it down to a 14-point lead. 80-66, but a quick pass down to Queen, and Queen gets fouled on his way to the basket. Queen almost made it a three-point opportunity there, but he could not make the basket on the reverse layup, but he will still head to the free throw line for a pair of them. Queen, tonight, he's done a great job, first of all, rebounding, of course, is going to be one of his highest priorities, but getting to the free throw line tonight and then hitting these free throws. Queen, who's, again, not normally the best percentage of free throw shooter, knocks his first one down here. He's closer to 50% free throw shooting than he is to 60. And it's impressive to see the big man drawing the fouls tonight, getting to the foul line. He knocked down the first one. We'll see how he does here in the second one. The righty gets it up, and he knocks it down. Impressive. Keon Queen playing well here in this second half. 7:40 to go in the ballgame. 82-66. Full court press broken up by Dodge City. That's Dixon with the right-hand dribble. He comes up, and a foul put on Marvin Johnson. And Marvin Johnson called for the shove there, and that will be Coffeyville's only 14th foul through the first 13 minutes of the second half. That's a good number to be at. Johnson's first personal foul of the ball game as well. Mency on the inbounds. He gets it into Burns. Burns has got no place to go, so he gets it right back up to Unique Mency. Mency now over to Dixon. Dixon's guarded very closely by Benton. Back to Mency for three. That one's no good off the back of the iron. Trying to get his own rebound, though, was Burns. And Johnson gets the rebound, though. Kicks it up to Quan Marshall, and Marshall with a beautiful pass to Johnson and the slam. What an unselfish play by Quan Marshall. He certainly had a wide-open layup instead. A beautiful pass to Marvin Johnson. And he goes in there again and rips it out with the jump ball. Quan Marshall once again just playing like a cornerback, going in, ripping it out. Gotta love the play from Quan Marshall right now here in these final few moments. 84-66 from the baseline, though. After the jump ball, the possession arrow is with Dodge City. Struggling to find anybody. Where was Mency? That one's tipped away off the hands of Murray, so a good job there from Mikkel Murray to add the pressure there on the inbounder. Mency will remain the inbounder. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 7:04 on the game clock. Trying to get this one in, and he does just that. Gets it out to Freyers. Back up on top to Dixon. Dixon now, he's guarded by a couple of players. Over to Mency. Mency back to Dixon. Nice fire down low. Beautiful pass to Friels. That one's no good, though, on the layup, and he missed his second chance opportunity as well. And it's, let's see here. A foul, I think they're going to say, over on Keon Queen. So they're going to say Keon Queen grabbed the other player. It kind of looked like both players were in the midst of kind of running. They got their arms tangled up. That happens, no doubt about it. But Keon Queen gets that into the stick here. He gets called with his fourth personal foul. So he's going to stay out there, though. That foul right there is, it seemed like both players really had the same amount of contact put on towards them. It just seemed like they ran into each other. It happens. It's a physical sport. Here's Dixon now on the inbounds, though. He'll bring it up for Dodge City. Tries to get it over to Senegar. Senegar has to give it right back to Dixon, though. Great defense by Johnson. Johnson tries to steal it, and he does. Gets it to Marshall now. Marshall will bring it up with the left hand and try to get an alley-oop up to Keon Queen. And maybe if you're up by 40, that might be a good play to try, but an easy basket for Keon Queen. And Quan Marshall results in a turnover. Just a little bit of a miscommunication tag right there. They're still up by a good amount, 84-66 here. So maybe a good try to get some momentum. Casey Benton steps in front of this pass now, and the steal, 3-on-1. Here's Benton. He goes up and in, takes it coast to coast. And number two, back on the score ledger, 86-66, up by 20. Coffeyville starting to really run away with this one. Timeout coach on the other side for Dodge City. That's Steve Tucker again wanting to talk to his gentleman. They're down by 20. 6:03 to go in this ball game. 30 seconds on their, excuse me, a full 60-second timeout, we should say. So we'll take a 60-second break ourselves. 86-66. Coffeyville in the lead on 98.1.
Lay's Archery and Guns has everything you need for hunting, fishing, and more. Located west of Coffeyville, 3940 on County Road 1250, Lay's Archery and Guns is open every day but Sunday. Fishing and hunting license also available at Lay's Archery and Guns, as well as a very large selection of guns, bows, and all the accessories that you need. Lay's Archery and Guns is family-owned and operated with that personal touch that makes Lay's Archery and Guns the place for guns, bows, scopes, and so much more. Lay's Archery and Guns. Tell them Alamosa sent you.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to take care of my banking and the internet's down.
So what's the problem? Just give Dana a call at Community State Bank and she'll take care of it in person.
I don't bank at Community State Bank. It's an online bank. My bank's not just down the street. It's in, well, I'm not really sure where it's at.
Wow, I wouldn't bank anywhere but Community State Bank. They have great online and mobile banking services, so I still do most of my banking online. But when I need it, it's sure great to talk to somebody I know face-to-face.
Hi, this is Dana from Community State Bank. We offer all the convenience along with the services you want and need, and even throw in a friendly face to help you personally when you need it. Community State Bank, Coffeyville's only locally owned and operated bank.
And out of the timeout, Coffeyville leads by 20 here on 98.1 KUSN. Quick check-in over on our sister station, AM 690 KGGF. Chiefs lead by 17, 24-7 as they enter the final minute of the third quarter. We'll keep you up to date with those scores as well as this one here. 5:55 to go in the ball game. 20 points as Burns wants another three. That's no good. That's his first miss of the night from beyond the three-point line. And after the miss, here comes Coffeyville in transition. Johnson goes up and a hard foul. Johnson trying to slam it home, and Burns said absolutely not. Just a complete denial there. It was a good block, but way too much contact. That'll be Burns' fifth foul, fifth and final. He's on his way out. So that'll see Marvin Johnson to the free throw line for a couple of shots there. Again, Marvin Johnson was doing nothing but trying to slam it as hard as he could. So as a defender, obviously you want to try and stop that. But it created quite the show, and almost potentially could have created an injury as well. Those hard fouls you definitely want to try and avoid. So Marvin Johnson to the free throw line. We'll see him shoot a couple here. The first one's up. That one's no good off the back of the iron. Looks like he had a little bit too much energy rushing through his veins right there. He just put too much power behind it. 86-66 is our score. Missed on the first opportunity. He's been okay here today. The thing about Marvin Johnson at the free throw line, he's been there quite a handful of times. I believe that was number 9 and 10 at the free throw line. Full court press put on. Casey Benton is right on Dixon. They get it to Senegar. Senegar back to Dixon. Again, struggling to get it up over half. They do so. They pass it off to Howard now. Here's Dodge City. Howard drives in the paint. He goes, draws the foul. And a foul, I believe, on Mikkel Murray. And it is. Mikkel Murray called with another foul. So Howard will head to the free throw line. 16 fouls against Coffeyville, 5 against Dodge City here in this second half. You love to see those numbers down where they're at. But we still got 5:30 to go in this ball game, up by 21. Less fouls, the better. That's how as quickly that we can get to the victory as possible. First shot up by Howard. He is knocked down. Makes it back to a 20-point game. 87-67 is our score. Keon Queen makes his way to the sideline. Back out there is Kamani Dunham. Good to see that big man out there playing and, most importantly, healthy. So Dunham on that low block. Second one by Howard is put up. That one is no good. Mikkel Murray comes away with a rebound. Murray will hand it off to his point guard. That's Tevin Brewer. Brewer, nice piece of dribbling there. Gets it past Dixon. Passes it off to Benton. He gives it right back. So once Brewer gets it to Johnson, now to Benton. Benton's got no place to go with it except down low. Try to get an alley-oop to Mikkel Murray. That pass goes wide and into the hands of Dodge City. So here comes Dixon. Dixon will bring it up with the right-hand dribble, throws it to Howard. He wants a 15-footer from the baseline. That's no good. And Murray comes away with a rebound. 5 minutes to go in this one. Casey Benton will bring the basketball up. Now he passes it off to Tevin Brewer. Gets it to Dunham. Dunham pulls up jumper, and he knocks it down. Come on, Dunham. How about that with a hand in his face? Now he's got to get back on defense. Needed to get out and defend that. Instead, it's a missed basket there by Dodge City. Great job there from number 32 as he'll bring it down now is Casey Benton in fast motion. How about that? Beautiful fast transition there from Coffeyville. Now Dodge City wanting to do that fast transition, and they do just that. Quick throw down the left side finds Kobe Haley wide open, and a timeout taken here by Coach Herkelman. You've got to get back there on defense. That was way too many easy points. 91-69 is our score. We still got 4:25 to go. Man, what a second half this has been. We'll take a 30-second step aside for the final 5 minutes of basketball after this.
Keep it simple with great food at great prices. That's what you'll find at Simple Simon's Pizza in Coffeyville. Oh, yes, you'll find great pizza and a whole lot more, like calzones, wings, breadsticks, and sandwiches. Stop in today for a Coffeyville favorite, the Simple Simon's Lunch Buffet. Simple Simon's makes it easy for you to dine in, carry out, or delivery. Simple Simon's Pizza, 807 West 11th in Coffeyville. Simple Simon's, simply delicious.
When it comes to a time of loss, more folks around here trust and rely on the David W. Barnes Funeral Home. It could be because of their compassionate care. It could be because of their guaranteed superior service, or maybe because of their fair and honest prices, or just maybe for all of these reasons, more folks trust the David W. Barnes Funeral Home during a time of loss. The David W. Barnes Funeral Home at 306 North Klein in Coffeyville, an independent, family-owned business.
And after the inbounds here, full court pass down to Mikkel Murray. And Murray on the reverse layup there. He puts up an easy 2 points, and now they are 7 points away from triple digits. 93-69 here on this Saturday now evening on 98.1 KUSN. Happy to have you with us all throughout the afternoon into tonight as Howard will bring this one down. He does do a good job drawing the foul there, but Howard will head to the free throw line for a couple of shots. That one is against Mikkel Murray. I'm still kind of scratching my head as to where the contact was, but still, that will send Howard to the free throw line for a pair of shots. 7th team foul. That moves Dodge City into the bonus, as Howard will actually be heading to the free throw line for 2 guaranteed shots, as that foul did come in the air. So the big number 21, his first shot is up and in. Nothing but net there. Makes it now back to a 23-point disadvantage. Dodge City at one point held a 9-point lead back in that first half. And now they trail. 93-71 is our score. Inbounds from Murray. Gets it to Brewer. Now to Benton, and he'll bring it up with the left hand. Benton is guarded very closely by Dixon. And he'll get it to Brewer. Back to Benton, and they just go back and forth between the two of them. Now they look into the corner to Johnson. He's got some space, and he's got a three. Marvin Johnson from beyond the three-point land. 96-71. 3:25 to go in this one here. And you can just kind of tell almost that cruise control button that both of these teams have hit. They are tired. They are fatigued. They are ready to get out of here, though. Dixon does put up a nice fadeaway shot. That one doesn't hit the roll, though. Missed basket. Marvin Johnson comes away with the rebound. Kicks it out to Casey Benton. Benton, little jump fake there. Now he drives. Right hand high off the glass. Just a little kiss. That's no good. Murray gets the rebound, though. Now he hands it off to Kamani Dunham. Dunham kicks it out to Brewer. And a fresh 30 seconds, though. Brewer will drive. Draws the foul. And Tevin Brewer heading to the free throw line for a couple of shots. An impressive second half here, to say the least, by the Coffeyville Community College Red Ravens offense. There has been a complete turnaround. It really started out kind of struggling to defend the basketball. 30 points, again, within that first 10 minutes is very abnormal, as a couple of new faces are on their way out there here for Coffeyville, including number 4, Tony Hudson. Surprised that this is our first time seeing Tony out there tonight. He played well in the first half of the season. And then Kenny Stewart as well in their place. Tevin Brewer knocks down both of them. 98-71 is our score with 2:50 to go. Bringing it on down is Dixon. Hands it off to Howard. Back to Dixon he goes. He's guarded very closely by Brewer, but he finds a lane up and in, and Dixon finds 2 points. Easy enough as Stewart now gets the inbounds. Passes it right back over to Brewer, and he brings it up with the left hand. Brewer's guarded closely by Dixon there. Now does a nice spin move. Great pass down low to Dunham, and that one goes in and out of Dunham's hands and out of bounds. So maybe a little bit too hard, maybe a little bit too much power behind that pass right there. Couldn't hang on to it. And it results in Coffeyville getting it right back. Mikkel Murray on his way to the sideline. That'll bring out Manny Crump as well as Zedrick Lee. Always got to love seeing Zed Lee out there, making his way in for the first couple of pushes up the floor for him tonight. They're up 98-73, 2:20. That's Senegar that wants the shot. That's no good from three-point land, though Dixon comes away with a nice rebound. Nicely done. Dodge City hangs on to the possession. 2 minutes left here in this ball game. Kicks it out. The big man wants a three. That's Petrakis. Petrakis puts it up and knocks it down. And the 6'9" freshman out of Wichita makes it 76-98. Here's Manny Crump down on the other end. Nice pass to a driving Stewart, and Kenny Stewart puts that one up and in. Easy points there. They get to triple digits. 100-76 is our score. Here's Dodge City. That's Dixon with the basketball. They toss it around now. They get it back up on top to Dixon. At the center circle, he's guarded very closely by Lee. Gets the pick there, but not a very effective one. Now he gets it over to his pick man, Petrakis, and he knocks down another three. The big man from distance makes it 80-79. They're not going away without a fight. Zed Lee wants a three in response. That one is nothing but net. That looked pretty. 103-79. Zed Lee on the score ledger. 1:15 to go in this ball game. Quick reminder of the games going on AM 690 KGGF. It's the Chiefs and the Colts just starting the fourth quarter. Chiefs with the football. They're up by 17, 24-7. And an impressive defensive game so far for them. They've only allowed 115 points out of 30 plays for Indianapolis. And obviously 7 points off those 115 yards. But 24-7 with 15 to go in that ball game. And we've got 65 seconds to go here in this one. Stewart. Oh, and he almost got the jam, but he had a great pass from Hudson there. That jam gets denied by the rim, and instead here comes Dodge City on the other end in transition. Senegar gets fouled by Dunham. But Kenny Stewart, man, oh man, he was trying to get on the score ledger with authority. Instead, that one results in a fast break here for Dodge City. A missed opportunity, but he will head to the free throw line for a pair of shots here is Senegar. Senegar, 6'6" freshman out of Beaumont, Texas. In fact, they've got a couple of players out from Beaumont. Him and Kevin Howard both down from that part of Texas, as he missed his first opportunity. Now still 103-79. Second one up, knocks that one down. So he gets to 80. 23-point separation, and here is Kenny Stewart to bring the football up. He'll get it up to Lee. Lee now right in front of us on the Jay Herkelman side. Moving again from right to left here in this second half. Now over to Tony Hudson. 15 on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. Hudson over on that right corner. Finds Zed Lee once again. Trying to get it down low to Crump. Lee will drive instead. Nice little move. Kicks it out to Manny Crump. Crump down low on the baseline, up and in. And a nice play there by both Zed Lee and Manny Crump. 2 points, 105-80 with 30 seconds left. Nice passing here from Dixon. He finds Haley in the corner. Kobe Haley, that's no good. And off of the missed three, Stewart comes away with another rebound. Stewart now taking it coast to coast, kicking it out to Hudson. He wants a three. Tony Hudson gets on the score ledger. 108-80. And Coffeyville at this point, again, they are just settling into their shots. It was absent in the first 20 minutes, but man, oh man, are they hitting them now. 5 seconds left. Shot clock is dead, and it looks like Dixon's just going to let this one run all the way out. 3-2-1 it goes. Coffeyville moves to 16-2 on the year. 108-80 is our score. 108-80. We will have a full breakdown of this one, as well as I'll sit down with head coach Jay Herkelman on the other side of the break. We'll take a quick 2-minute step aside, and we come back again, our conversation with Coach Jay Herkelman, and then I'll break this game down a little bit more when we get back from that set of commercials as well. Either way, Coffeyville gets a big win today, 28 points. They complete the sweep of Dodge City. The women win 55-49. The men win this one 108-80. So about a 2-minute step aside. We come back. I'll sit down with Jay Herkelman here on the sidelines. Talk about this game and the upcoming games here for CCC. They get the win 108-80. Back in 2 minutes on 98.1.
Everyone looks forward to a good meal. That's why we do dining differently at Windsor Place. We call it 7 to 7 dining. Residents can come to the dining room anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. for a home-cooked meal of their choice. 3 specials are available throughout the day, along with a full menu, including all-day breakfast. If residents need a treat between meals, they can visit our self-service snack pantries. Come see what makes Windsor Place different at mealtime. Call 620-252-4929.
Move forward. You can by becoming a part of the Acme Foundry team in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry has current openings for CNC machinists and entry-level foundry positions. Acme offers competitive wages, benefits including medical and dental, and a retirement plan through employee ownership. Acme moves careers forward by promoting from within. Find out more. Apply in person at Acme Foundry, 1502 South Spruce Street in Coffeyville. Acme Foundry, an equal opportunity employer.
Industrial strength for your home? You can get it at 4 State Maintenance Supply in Coffeyville. The same quality products that big companies use are available for retail sale at 4 State Maintenance Supply. From cleaning chemicals to paper products, even upright vacuums. A lot better than you find at the big box stores. They can last up to 10 years or longer, and they cost a lot less than you'd think. Run your house like a business, getting more value for your money. Shop 4 State Maintenance Supply on North Klein in Coffeyville.
Back here on 98.1 KUSN as we wrap up a doubleheader sweep of Dodge City Community College. The ladies get that first win, and then the men just tap off their win tonight. A 28-point victory, but it really didn't start like that, as we're joined here on the sidelines by head coach of Coffeyville Community College, Jay Herkelman. And, you know, that first 10 minutes, man, 30 points in 10 minutes. What happened to the defense there?
Combination of things. I didn't think mentally we were as into this game as we needed to be. You know, this team hasn't done that all year. Yep. They've been tuned in. I think they were thinking, you know, they look at the record and think, okay, Dodge City's under 500 and maybe didn't have the right mindset is what I thought, and that's what we talked about at halftime. And even at the 10-minute timeout there, I haven't had to get after these guys at a timeout in a long time. But then we came out for 4 minutes. We guarded pretty good. And last 6 minutes, not as good as we needed to be, but I felt like we were always going to score enough points, but I don't want to ever just rely on that. I want to be able to get stops, and Yeah, the crazy thing is, I mean, they had they're running pick and pops for the guy at the end there that hardly ever shoots threes, and he's banging threes. And I think 23 is in 15 games. He's hit 5 threes all year, and you know he goes 3 for 3 and hits another one in the second half. So he hits 4 threes. So basically, as many as he's hit all year in 15 games, he hit against us today. So it was one of those deals, and that's what our guys got to understand, that people are going to bring their best against us. I mean, it makes their year. A team like Dodge that's been struggling to come in here and beat us. I mean, their coach tweeted out today, a year ago today, they went into Hutch and beat Hutch. And so, you know, they had that mindset today, too.
Well, they definitely came out shooting. You're right there. It's not like you guys struggled shooting that first half, certainly from three-point land. That turned around in the second half. It's just getting back to this repetitive scoring. But they also came out running. I've never really seen your guys' full-court press really be folded over as many times as it was. And it wasn't, you know, you guys playing bad defense. It was just them being just that fast.
Well, and the way they attacked it was a little bit different than we'd seen anybody else do this year. And so the second half, we made a little adjustment on that, on how we align people and really slowed them down, got a couple 10 counts, caused some turnovers. First half, they were prepared for it. They did a nice job of attacking it, and you got to give them credit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, hey, it was a player that I didn't see all through the 2018 year, but Kamani Dunham made his way out there, a big man. So good to see that we're fully, you know, getting the size that we knew that we were going to get on this roster out there. But what's your ways of utilizing that good guy? Because, again, the 3 games that you played on the road, I didn't get to see you. So what's your main ways of utilizing there with Kamani?
Well, the big thing for him is just getting in shape. You know, he sat for 3 months because he had a broken bone in his foot, and now he's trying to get in the swing of things, and we're trying to get him into a little bit of conditioning where he can play a little more. But then the other side of things is I've built a lot of confidence in some of those other forwards through the first semester when he was out, because we honestly thought at the beginning of the year, before he got hurt, that he could potentially be our starting 5-man. And, you know, so now he's got to just work his way into it. He's pretty skilled. You saw him hit the little jumper. That's not a fluke.
Like that.
He can do that. He's just he's got to get more comfortable with what we're doing, and I think it'll be February before he's actually going to help us, you know, with a lot of minutes.
Yeah. All right, last question here for you, Coach Herkelman. We've got Cowley County Community College coming in next Monday. Cowley, a very well-coached team, a team, again, that necessarily isn't underperforming, but isn't where they would like to be at this point in the season. So how do you avoid allowing Cowley to come in here? Because a team like Cowley, if they did what Dodge City did in that first 10 minutes, it may be a little bit of a different outcome.
No question. I mean, as you said, Tommy does a good job. Coach DeSalm does a good job coaching those guys. It's a rival game. You know, they're playing a tough one tonight. They play at Hutch tonight, and then they come over here on Monday. So that's a tough 2 in 3 days. But, you know, we'll just we'll go over things a little bit tomorrow, a little bit of practice tomorrow, not a big one, since we got such a busy schedule with playing today, playing Monday, playing Wednesday, playing Saturday. The guys love it. You know, limited practice time and playing games, so as long as we're taking care of things. But we'll be excited about playing. The guys have seen Cowley a lot. They were at our Classic earlier in the year. We were at theirs. They played teams ahead of us all the time, so when we're doing scouts, a lot of times it's the Cowley game that we're watching with our guys. So I think they got good personnel. I think they got pieces. So we'll definitely have to be on it on Monday.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know your team definitely enjoys it, because Amberly has told me after a long drive out to Colby, your players were still in class the next day, as happy as could be, ready for class, ready for basketball. Can't believe after a long drive that they were up and in class. And man, impressive win tonight. So again, head coach Jay Herkelman of the Coffeyville Community College. Good win tonight, and good luck on Monday. We'll be back.
And it's good to hear that they were, because they were threatened if they didn't. So.
Good stuff. Again, Jay Herkelman on the sidelines with us. Thanks for the interview there. We'll take a brief step aside. When we come back, we'll wrap this game up here on 98.1 KUSN.
Hey, Raven fans, coming into town for a game? Make it a great weekend. Reserve your room at Coffeyville Sleep Inn and Suites, Coffeyville's premier home away from home. Enjoy plush, clean accommodations, a free continental breakfast, indoor pool, Wi-Fi, and superior